Yep, that's me. And you may be wondering what happened. I mean, I have been robbed a lot of times before. But this one was the most violent. In fact, I'm so used to being robbed that I don't even care anymore. And that makes me wonder, is there some kind of Guinness World Record for the person who has been robbed the most in the world? I mean, if there's one for the person who has eaten the most cockroaches, there should be one for the most robbed. Thank you very much to everyone who has stolen from me. Literally, I have nothing. But at the same time, I have everything. Thanks to every thief who care enough to support this noble cause. Guys, who are you? Am I getting robbed again? Anyway, let's get back to my story. But first, let me give you some context. This happened back in 2022. I was summoned to attend a birthday party for one of my college friends. And I'm really not the kind of guy who likes to go out. What, can't you tell? So this friend had this wonderful idea to rent a house for one night to celebrate his birthday. The idea was that there will be no limits or restrictions on basically anything. The guests could do whatever they wanted, and that's exactly what I mean. But then, if we could do whatever we wanted, what's the problem? The problem is that the house he rented was in one of the most dangerous neighborhoods of town, which I didn't know. I mean, even its name says it all. Angel's Mission. Why the hell will an angel have a mission there? The truth is that I wasn't going to go because, come on, I have important things to do. I wasn't going because none of my friends had mentioned anything. But just 2 or 3 hours before the party, everyone got excited and they convinced me. The only friend with a car offered to give us a ride, and funny enough, this friend lived about 5 minutes away from that place. So he already knew these places and asked us if we weren't afraid to be in such a dangerous place. I couldn't understand how dangerous it was until he said, "My mom told me that a couple used to live there, and the wife killed her husband with a machete because he cheated on her." And you couldn't have told me that before? Till this day, it's something that really blows my mind. But hey, we were already halfway there and not even that was going to stop us. The deeper we got into that neighborhood, the uglier it got. The streets started to get darker. There were parts with literally no light, trash everywhere, walls covered in graffiti, and the funniest thing was that before we got to the place, we saw 3 really suspicious dudes passing by. At that moment, to clear up our minds, we decided to joke around to look at the bright side, saying things like, "Oh look, they are on their way to the party to rob us." No one doubted that the place was awful, horrible, and extremely uncomfortable. The worst part is that we couldn't stop getting surprised. We arrived at the place and it was a very nice house, but it was surrounded by empty lots and houses in terrible conditions. For real, we were we were demanding to be robbed. Anyway, we were already there, so we just started ignoring reality and having fun. We were just chatting and playing beer pong for 2 or 3 hours, and just as we were about to leave, I decided to play one last round. It was the worst decision of my life. I started playing and the first thing I heard was a gunshot near me. And how do I know it was a gunshot and not a firework? Bro, where I am from, we treat gunfire like background music. But no matter how expert I am at identifying the sound of gunshots, I just felt how I clenched my butt, and when I turned around at the front door, they were already pointing a gun at me. Remember those 3 super suspicious guys I mentioned a moment ago? My immediate instinct was to start taking my things out of my pockets to hand them over, hoping that they wouldn't start shooting at us. However, I made such a stupid move that it actually put me in danger. At that time, I was wearing a very crisp, oversized sweater. I had to keep up with the Gen Zs, you know. And to be able to reach into my pockets, I had to lift up that huge sweater. But who would have thought that lifting up my sweater could be perceived as if I were trying to pull out a gun? Well, that's what the thieves thought. And for that same reason, they shot me. That's right, I'm telling you this from heaven. I would expect them to shoot me because they felt threatened. But no. The first thing they did was to step back and hold their guns. And the moment they stepped back, we all took the opportunity to run away. Some of us ran inside the house and others into the backyard. I tried to run inside, but I was the last one trying to enter. It was at this moment that I began to feel very strange, as if my body was ready to die. And since I was the last one and the one who provoked them, the only thought running through my mind was that they were going to shoot me in the back. But they didn't. I think my guardian angel got to work and nothing happened to me or anyone else. They only stole a few things, but we all came out fine. Just a little traumatized and not wanting to go out ever again. Spoiler, we went out next week.